So good afternoon, everyone. We'll be starting our topic for today, that is appointment of an auditor. Okay, before we start, let us understand a few basic terminologies, okay, that are to be understood before we go ahead regarding appointment of an auditor. Okay, so first let us understand what is auditing all about. Auditing refers to a systematic examination of financial statements and related records of an organization. Auditing is conducted by independent and qualified person with a view to express an opinion on true and fair view thereon. So what do you understand by financial statements? Financial statements are nothing but your uh, balance sheet, P&L, trading and all, okay? So that along with records of the organization, so that is nothing but your subsidiary book, sales purchase, your cash book. So it is nothing but examination of these two collectively is called as auditing, okay? And it is generally conducted by an independent person who is a third person who is not employed in the company and is a qualified chartered accountant who expresses his true opinion on the financial statements. Has everybody understood? Okay, let's go ahead. We'll be having a question answer session after this. So let's understand who is a shareholder. A shareholder is nothing but a person who owns the shares of the company and therefore he gets profits of the company. So basically he is the owner of the company who has invested money into the company. Okay. After that is a director. A director is an individual who is appointed by a shareholder to control and govern the affairs of a company. So director is a person who is appointed by the shareholder, okay? Because there are so many shareholders in a company, so it becomes very difficult to function, because of which shareholders appoint a person, responsible person, who is a director, okay? He takes charge of all the day-to-day activities. And collectively, when all the directors work, they are called as board of directors. Going ahead, let's understand what is an AGM. AGM is nothing but it is an annual general meeting. It is a general meeting of shareholders which is compulsorily. Students, please make note, it is a compulsory meeting that is held by the shareholders in a financial year. It is compulsory to held an AGM in a year. Okay, so these are the four terminologies which you need to know before we understand how does appointment of an auditor take place. So let's have a look. Okay, section 224 of the Companies Act. Okay, yes, there's a doubt. Usha is not able to hear. Please check your mic. Rest everybody is able to hear. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Appointment of an auditor. So there are basically 6 ways through which an auditor can be appointed. Okay. So the first way is the first auditor. So who is the first auditor? First auditor is nothing but the auditor who is appointed during the incorporation of the company. So let's see how is the first auditor appointed. Appointment of first auditor is done by the board of directors. Please understand, it is done by the board of directors. Shareholders are not appointing the first auditor. Okay, and it is to be appointed within the 1 month of registration of the company. So please highlight this thing, that an auditor, first auditor, has to be appointed within the first month of its registration. Okay, and this auditor will be holding his place till the conclusion of the first AGM. So till दूसरा meeting, okay, till an AGM is not going to happen. Till that date, the first auditor will hold his post. Are you following? We have done in the lectures. It is just a revision session. Once I'm done with the lecture, I will be discussing your doubts and difficulties. Okay, let me just first explain these different types of appointments of auditors. Okay, great. Who's a subsequent auditor? Subsequent auditor is nothing but any auditor who's appointed after the first auditor. Okay, so over here, this auditor, okay, these auditors that are appointed after the first audit are generally appointed by the shareholders in the annual general meeting, which we studied earlier. We just studied in the definition, right? What is an AGM? AGM is nothing but annual general meeting that is compulsorily held. Okay, that is compulsorily held once in a year. So subsequent auditor is appointed by the shareholders, okay, in an AGM. Next is appointment by central government. So an auditor is appointed by central government when there is no appointment of an auditor in a company. So there can be a possibility when there is no auditor appointed by a company. So in such a situation, central government intervenes and central government appoints such auditor. So over here, central government takes charge of it, and central government has the power to appoint an auditor when there is no appointment of an auditor taking place. After which, let's understand appointment against a casual vacancy. Now, what is a casual vacancy? Casual vacancy is nothing but when there is a vacancy of an auditor, okay, because of death, insanity, or insolvency of an auditor. So if an auditor dies, becomes insane, that is he loses his mental balance, or becomes insolvent, that is he becomes bankrupt, in such a situation, okay, board of directors can fill the vacancy. For example, an auditor was appointed in the current year, okay, but uh, because of some reason, okay, he becomes insane, okay, he loses his mental balance, okay, so in such a situation he is not able to conduct the audit. Now in such a scenario, board of directors have the authority to appoint the auditor. So whenever auditor whenever there's a casual vacancy that arises because of death, insanity, or insolvency, board of directors can fill this vacancy. Going ahead to appointment of an auditor by special resolution. So let us understand this. Uh, as per section 224, it says that whenever any company has more than 25% of subscribed capital in a financial institute, okay, in a government company, or any financial institute wherein the government holds not less than 51%, and lastly a nationalized bank. So in these cases, these are the three cases where you need to pass a special resolution. What is special resolution, by the way? Special resolution is nothing but when you need approval of more than 75% of your shareholders, okay, more than 75% of the shareholders have to agree upon the decision, okay, so in such a situation there is the need to pass a special resolution before appointment of an auditor. Going to the last point, appointment of an auditor for government, okay, so an auditor of a government company is always appointed by central government, okay, so central government appoints auditor for the government company. Have you followed? We've understood appointment of a auditor. We first understood various terminologies and then we understood how the auditor can be appointed. Going ahead, we have a quick self-assessment test that I'm going to take. It comprises of 10 questions. So let's see what you have followed. So what you will be doing is you will read these questions and you will answer in the chat box that you have. Okay, so the first question is, who shall appoint the first auditor in case of non-government company? What do you think? Who can appoint? Can I have answers? Who can appoint central government, ROC, board of directors, or shareholders? I can see yes, A is the correct answer. A is the correct answer. Okay. So the first auditor for a non-government company is appointed by the central government. Very good. Okay. Going ahead, tenure of the first auditor is valid till. What is the tenure? You'll remember we just studied. What is the tenure? Tenure means duration. First auditor. What is the duration of the first auditor? Commencement of the first AGM, conclusion of the first AGM, or conclusion of fifth AGM? What do you think? What do you think? What is the answer? Yes, the answer is correct. The answer is yes. Very nice. Majority of you all have answered correctly. Answer is A. Yes, yes. Very good. Shweta, Shikha. Yes, very good. Excellent. Okay. So the answer is A. That is commencement of first AGM. Going ahead, Mr. Ram, okay, who has been appointed by the members, suddenly meets with a plane crash and he dies. So this is a casual vacancy. Okay. Now, in this case, what is going to happen? Board of directors will be filling this vacancy. Members will be filling the vacancy, or central government. What do you think? Who is going to fill the vacancy? Option A, B, C, or D? What do you think? What do you think? D. No, my dear, D is not the correct answer. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See, Mr. Ram, who has been appointed, we just studied about casual vacancy. Let us understand. Let's go back to casual vacancy. Over here, yeah, they see we just understood casual vacancy arises because of death, insanity, and insolvency. Okay, so in the question, Mr. Ram has died in a plane crash. So in this case, who can fill the vacancy? Board of directors have the power to fill the vacancy. So the answer is A. Board of directors. I'm sorry. Yeah. So the answer is A. Board of directors within 30 days. They have to fill the vacancy. Next question. The first auditor of a government company. See, first question was who shall appoint the auditor in case of a non-government company? Now the question is who shall appoint the first auditor in case of a government company? So what do you think? Who can appoint the first auditor of a government company? Answer is D. Answer is D. Answer is not board of directors. Answer is central government. Okay, in case of any auditor that is appointed, whichever auditor. So this test is helping you to clear your doubts and difficulties. Answer is D. We just studied that central government. We just studied over here. See, as per section 619, auditor of a government company shall be appointed by the central government. Okay, going ahead, subsequent auditor of a company is appointed by central government. Okay, that we just did. Tell me which of the following is correct. Now you have to analyze and tell me whether at any annual general meeting no auditor is appointed or reappointed, the existing auditor shall continue to be the auditor of the company, or whether at any annual general meeting no auditor is appointed or reappointed, it shall be deemed to be a casual vacancy, or when at any annual general meeting no auditor is appointed or reappointed, central government shall appoint any other auditor. What do you think? What is correct according to you? Read it and tell me. What do you think? We have just studied. We have just studied. Read it. Answer is, let me see, what have you answered? No, my dear, answer is not B. Answer is not B. Kalpana has answered correctly. Yes, it is C. How can you say answer is B, Priyanka? B is not the answer. What is B option saying? See, read the question again. When when at any AGM, okay, no auditor is appointed. When you don't appoint any auditor, does it mean that it is a casual vacancy? No. What is a casual vacancy? When any auditor, okay, is not able to do the audit because of three reasons. That is, auditor dies, becomes insane, or becomes insolvent. In that situation, you have casual vacancy. Casual vacancy arises only because of those three reasons. Okay. And coming to A is not the correct answer because in any AGM, if auditor is not appointed, how can existing auditor be the auditor for the company? You have to reappoint the auditor. You cannot, it is not deemed to be understood that the existing auditor shall continue. So the correct answer is C, which we studied, that when at an AGM no auditor is appointed or reappointed, central government will be appointing. See, I'll just relate to the point that we studied over here. See, if the auditor is not appointed at the general meeting, then the central government may appoint. Can you all read the point number 3? Are you understanding? Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, 3 more questions to go. Express an opinion on financial or non-financial areas is the goal of. So, to express an opinion on financial statements is the goal of what? What do you think is the goal of? Is the goal of accounting, managing, auditing, or none of the above? Come on, it's very easy. Answer, most of you have said C. Yes, answer is correct. Auditing states that it will express an opinion on financial and non-financial areas. Okay, going ahead with the 8th one. Dash is the responsibility for maintenance of accounts. So what is the responsibility? Auditing is the responsibility, accounting is the responsibility, or both A and B? Who's responsible? C. No, no, no. Can you read option D? Option D. Auditing is not responsible for maintaining accounts. How can accounting be responsible for maintaining accounts? Answer is D. Management is responsible. Management of the company is responsible for maintenance of accounts. Next, auditing can be defined as an independent examination of financial records, non-financial records, both A and B. What do you think? What do you think? A. Financial records. A. Correct. Answer is correct. A. We just studied, right? Let me take you to the definition. Refers to systematic examination of financial statements. So financial records you examine. Okay. Is everybody following? If you have any queries, you can put up in the chat box. Going ahead with the last question. What is the main objective of an audit? What is the main objective? Option A, expressing an opinion. Option B, detecting and prevention of fraud and error. Option C, both A and B. Option D, depends on the type of audit. What do you think? What is the objective of auditing? Come on, let's see. People saying C. Shweta Yadav saying B. Samiksha Usha saying D. D is not the correct answer. Answer is C. Main objective. What is the main objective? What is the main objective? Main objective. Yes, I can see many others answering. Chandni is saying, ma'am, my answer is right. What did you answer, by the way, Chandni? Okay. Shraddha Dubey. Yes, what is the doubt? You can use your mic and talk. You can use your mic and talk. Yeah, Shraddha. Tell me. What is your doubt? What is the main... Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, dear. Tell me. Okay, fine. No problem. So the main objective of auditing is nothing but is expressing an opinion. Okay, that is the primary objective of an audit. Detection and prevention of fraud and error is secondary objective, but the prime objective is to express an opinion, and that opinion is true and fair. Okay, the ones who have answered D is wrong because it says the objective varies from types of audit. Means if my audit is a concurrent audit, okay, or it is a statutory audit, do you think your goal is going to vary according to the types of audit? No, your goal is going to remain same, that is expressing an opinion. It does not depend on the type of audit that is conducted. Is this clear?